Welcome to the First Issue Club. We're your weekly comic book podcast. We're just like Sue Storm. We love a good read. And man, we've got so many good reads. Greg and I just sold a comic for $9.2 million.
Yes.
And we're putting it back into comics.
That's a good reads in to get up in the morning.
Yep.
So I had this comic in my closet. I bought it in the 1930s. Didn't think too much of it. These comic books are getting popular more and more. And I thought, let's just see how much this is going for. Turns out, $9.1 million. I thought it was at least $8 million. So I'm happy with our recent sale.
Another cool million.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit on the Patreon. Of course, the sale of Superman #1
Right.
in a 9.0 grade.
Highest grade ever recorded.
With the white to off-white pages, which is the part that blows my mind the most. That you could have something that just hasn't turned fully tan from the 30s like that. That's so... It was in an attic, too.
It's like pre-war.
Yeah.
Probably bought with war bonds.
The cheapest newsprint paper,
We were saving all of our ink for the GIs over in Europe. This thing should be literally Thanos snapped into dust. Merely looking at it should be a crime because of the UV rays we're giving off. But, I mean, a 9.0, I can't even buy a 9.0 from the comic book shop these days.
Yeah.
To get Superman #1 at a 9.0 is... baffling.
Yeah, really
and
is.
Still cheaper than the Batman annual that Felix Comics Art is trying to sell us. Shots fired.
Again,
Go to the Patreon.
Go to the Patreon if you want to hear us vent about that.
But if you want to hear some Patreon-free news, I got some tasty bits for you. I don't know how we haven't talked about this yet. Recently, Ryan Coogler was doing an interview, and he said his next movie that he's working on, Black Panther 3.
Really?
Confirmed.
Oh, I had no idea.
Same. I was
wild,
baffled.
Okay.
Completely thrown off. He says the next movie he is working on, Black Panther 3.
Is that something where, he let that fly and, that was the first announcement of it?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
That was, the titular announcement.
If it was already on timelines and things and I missed that, I'd be like, I'm really falling off the MCU.
No, this was Ryan Coogler being like, next thing I'm dropping is Black Panther 3.
Okay.
Which is exciting.
Speaking of the MCU, is Blade ever going to happen?
That's up to God and Blade at this point. I don't know. I would probably say no.
Yeah, right? It would have happened or we would have heard something more by now at this point, right? It was supposed to come out last year.
I would say that it's probably going to be folded into other movies. His introduction will be in other movies.
He might just show up somewhere if he's not over it.
I don't know
We'd
why.
love to see a Mahershala Ali Blade. That would be so cool.
Can't keep a writer. Can't keep a director.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is literally cursed.
Yeah.
I don't know if Wesley Snipes is calling these people when they get the job offer, and he's like, "I will fucking kill you if you work on this movie." It's like, God damn, I do not want Wesley Snipes after me. We're trying to make a Blade movie. But Black Panther 3. This is just very early talks. I don't even know who is going to be in it, what it's going to be about. I assume it's going to be the heir of Black Panther.
Yeah.
Right? We got teased with that and
yes,
Wakanda Forever.
Yes, that's right. A mini spoiler.
So from a movie that came out,
I guess, movie
5 years ago.
That old, yeah.
It's exciting to me. I felt like Black Panther is maybe one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yep.
Not the favorite, but one of my favorites. I feel like Wakanda Forever did not live up to the expectation that people thrusted upon it.
I know.
Which is unfair.
It was kind of unfair.
Because I thought Namor looked incredible.
Yeah.
There was a lot of great moments in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think, pandemic could have affected that. You know, Chadwick Boseman passing away from cancer affected it. I think a lot of things were stacked up against this movie, but they had already committed to doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am not the kind of person that throws the baby out with the bathwater with that movie in particular.
Yep.
Because there are things that I really liked. Gave us Riri Williams, which was
Yeah,
sweet.
I liked the Riri Williams show a lot.
So
That was fun.
I am looking for a redemption arc here
Uh-huh.
for the Black Panther series to end on a fucking solid ass note.
Yeah.
So that,
I'm sure Riri will be back in the movie, don't you think?
Yeah, I think.
And if Riri's back,
M'Baku will be back.
yeah. Do we have any Mephisto stuff going on?
That's the thing.
In Black Panther 3.
That is the bugaboo.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
If they do Black Panther 3, you have to, in some way, shape, or form, bring back Killmonger.
Sure. That would be great.
That's how you bring in Mephisto.
Yeah.
Bring back
Mephisto brings
Killmonger.
Killmonger back to life.
Killmonger
Dude,
becomes
yes.
Black Panther.
Yes. Yes, Greg. You've done it.
So it is written, so it shall be done. I don't know if you saw this. It recently got announced. Stephanie Phillips, one of her series, is going to become an animated TV show.
Oh, no. I don't know if I knew this.
The Image comic Grimm, about the Grim Reaper
cool
sect or whatever they were doing.
I
is
love
going
Grimm.
to become a Netflix animated TV show.
Cool.
Which makes perfect fucking sense.
Yeah.
I love that series.
Jessica Haro.
It was fun. It was cool to see different Grim Reapers from different eras. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It could be very tongue in cheek.
Yep.
Adult oriented. So big thumbs up for me. Grimm coming to a small screen near you.
That series has been going for quite a while now. I don't know that it was intended
It's ending soon.
I was going to say, I don't know if it was intended to just keep going and going.
It's wrapping up.
Yeah.
Well, another series that is in its volume 2 that was only supposed to be 4 issues, Briar.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see these small series expand into more. I love seeing that for our young indie creators.
Very cool. I'm stoked.
Yeah. And then this is more of a PSA. From time to time, I've been known to go on social media. It's a little young for me now. I'm too old to be on social media. But I have been seeing a recent popularity of piracy. We're talking about people using sites to read comic books for free and trying to absolve themselves of the sin of pirating comic books. I know it's a touchy subject, but it would behoove you to look at other options. There are ways to get free comic books from your local public library. There are ways to get things from either Humble Bundles, or I know the Marvel and DC streaming services aren't maybe the cheapest, but they are a more morally acceptable version of reading books than just straight up stealing books from the internet.
Yeah, like you mentioned, I love the take on the library that you can maybe even get digital comics for free from your library now.
Yeah, Hoopla, Libby, both those services. If you have a library card, you can get digital comics for free.
But don't be a part of normalizing piracy.
Yeah, there's zero excuses. You wouldn't download a car, would you? Don't normalize it. Don't absolve yourself of the sin. If you're gonna do it, be honest about it and just say, "Yeah, I'm pirating comics." Don't be like, "Oh, because I'm a cultural warrior and this is my take on consumerism," because it's really not. Yeah. You're not hurting in Marvel and DC. They're pretty much bulletproof at this point.
Yeah.
Who you are hurting is people like Kyle Starks and Stephanie Phillips and Mark Waid and all these people who work on books who get their series canceled too early because sales of their books aren't returning dividends for the company.
Yeah.
And that's what you're ruining comic books when you do that. And the take of just well, I want to read it first before I buy it. You're not going to buy the comic book to begin with.
Yeah.
Even if you read the best comic book for free, you're not going to turn around and buy it. I know you're not. I know you're not. Because when I get free samples from the grocery store, I don't fucking buy that bread. I just wanted a taste of it. Because it was good. Anyway, that's been
Gnawing at you.
that's been gnawing on my craw all week. I'm sorry. I even tried to talk to Chris and Potter about it, and I just needed to bring it here to the show.
I agree. I feel very passionate about this. When we go to cons and things, I try to buy a lot of stuff from like independent tablers who are making their own thing, and it's like
also, here's the thing. If you do pirate comic books, go to a con. Tell Kyle Strom you pirated his book. Tell Scotty Young, be like, hey man, I loved your book. I loved it when I pirated it. See what their reaction is. It's not going to be great.
That sucks.
You got any news?
Yeah, we could go on and on about that forever. What other news is there really? Nothing top of mind. I mean, same old shit that happens every week.
Yeah, absolute.
Absolute Batman's crazy.
Here's the thing. Here's actually the scuttlebutt.
Modern classic. We're seeing it unfold.
I mean, truly, it's crazy to say that, but I think
before our very eyes. I mean, even like my shop is like selling out of that stuff like crazy.
Not just first printing, second, third,
yeah,
just right off the shelf.
Yeah.
The scuttlebutt on the interwebs and social media is that DC and Marvel are headed towards reboots.
Okay, is that just fan speculation?
Fan speculation. Universes are ending. There's some tumultuous wording with some of these new FOC like excerpts coming out that people are just like, something is
writings on the wall
happening. Like things are getting wrapped up. Things are like coming towards an end or an apocalypse or you know, the pale white horse is riding through the field. It's just like, what is going on with DC and Marvel right now? And I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's been a while since they've done this. I think DC's been wanting to do it for a while.
Yeah.
You know, ever since the deal left, the Absolute Verse maybe showed them that there is some life in trying something new.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, we here at First Issue Club have been around for 7 or 8 years now, and we've seen 1 or 2 of these happen already. You know, Marvel All In and Marvel, whatever, All Out. It's just like it happens, and it is now like a 4 to 5 year thing where if the line they're on isn't really working for them, they just kind of flip a switch and go, oops,
try to start fresh.
Perpetua opened up the 4th wall and. Now everyone's monkeys.
If DC and Marvel are doing it at the same time, could there be something collaborative going on? We've done a lot of crossover comics.
You know, it's funny you say that.
It would be really interesting to be like, we're doing a year wherein Marvel and DC are playing with each other.
Oh, that is...
like we've said, hey, we've planned for the end of the Absolute Universe in a sense, or the opening of the Absolute Universe into mainline continuity, right?
That seems too
good
of an idea.
And then Ultimate, the universe at Marvel doing the same thing. That like, you know, you think about Ultimate Universe, like it's been really fun, and there's so many great comics that have come out of it. But I think it's plain to. You could say without much controversy that Spider-Man is the one.
That's the one
that like people are be like, oh man, that's ending.
Yeah. Well, it is all ending.
Yes.
The Ultimates is confirmed to be ending.
Yes. So, do they try to save that, or do they wrap the end of Ultimates into some sort of causation for the like 616 to have like a little bit of a reset or a change in the status quo?
I don't know.
I feel like they kind of did that a little bit with the first time the Ultimate Universe ended.
Ooh,
and we had Secret Wars. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how they would do it. And this is just speculation at this point because people are just kind of like seeing some weird tendencies and some weird things that are happening right now in the comic universe of just like this. has the familiar scent of a soft reboot.
Yeah.
So 2026 could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they have more Marvel DC crossovers planned.
Mm-hmm. I'm honestly not fazed by a reboot anymore.
No.
You know what's something that never bothers me that people on Reddit lose their damn minds about every time it happens? When
A new number one?
a new number one.
Is it really that?
Yes. People get so pissed about that. And it's like,
Where have you been?
it's just something to cue readers into a new jumping on point. Like,
Listen, the sun
this
will
is just-
rise. There'll be a new number
This
one.
is just how comics work now. Like, really, if Spider-Man Volume 8, number 1, had just been Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 984, like, does that change your reading experience that much?
No.
No, it doesn't. It's an excuse to do a handful of fun variant covers.
Mm-hmm.
It's an excuse to make a big splash at the change of some creators
Yep.
and segment maybe a new story. Like, sometimes I'll say I even appreciate it when it's like when we did Superior Spider-Man,
Oh,
that
God.
needed to be its own thing, right?
Yeah.
It's nice that stands alone as like something segmented from Amazing Spider-Man, even though they count it towards legacy numbering.
It's a
like,
marketing tactic.
I can make sense of where this began and ended
Right.
in a better way than I can make sense of like what's a good story arc to read from Amazing Spider-Man 1
Mm-hmm.
up to Amazing Spider-Man 400 and whatever.
Yeah.
500 and whatever before they like
Did
did volume 2.
I will say, probably from a publisher editor standpoint, it's easier to sell a new number one than like a big event for issue 897 or something.
Yeah. And if that brings more people into comic shops,
Right.
we should be celebrating that. We shouldn't be like, I have to.
Yeah. No one's clamoring to get issue 729 of something.
I have to put a new piece of cardboard between my comics that says volume on it. People are like, I refuse to buy another number 1 issue. It's just like, dude, you don't like comics if that's what's going to stop you from buying the next issue. Chill out.
I would love to follow up with those people for like the next year. Be like,
Yeah.
oh, well, last year you said you would never read comic books again. Did you follow through?
Oh, what I will say is confusing though is the new Batman series is going. Have we finished Hush 2 yet?
We have not.
Which is crazy that we've got legacy numbering of books. I don't know what the legacy numbering of
They skipped
Matt
it.
Fraction's Batman number 1.
They allotted a time
Yeah.
for how long Hush 2 was going to be.
So
they've
funny.
just like jumped over it.
Yes, right.
So there's just like 1 or 2 issues that
Yeah.
have an asterisk by them because they haven't
Yeah.
come out yet.
Yeah. You technically have like Batman 700 and something out.
God, which, you
before
know,
Batman 600 and something has come out.
I hate saying I told you so. But
That's
I knew
Yeah.
this was going to freaking happen.
Yeah.
But no, when I brought it up initially, I was called a curmudgeon and a poo-pooer.
It is hard to keep. I will say that there was a lot of fun energy off of the first issue of it.
Yeah.
But now that it's been so spread out, it's hard to keep that excitement out for like what happens next time in this Hush 2 story. Like, I don't know what happened in the last one I read. And I've already moved on to the Matt Fraction Batman. So, like, what are we doing here?
Or like, more truly, it's just like, has it ended yet? Like,
Yeah.
it's like more of like a question.
Yeah, the fact that I don't know whether it ended or not yet
Yeah.
is like speaks volumes.
Ugh, oh well. Anywho, that's all I have.
All right, let's talk about first issues that came out this week.
Okay.
I read a couple. Did you get any?
I read one,
Okay.
which is the big Batman+Deadpool crossover.
Oh, yeah, I did not read that. So, turns out we have 3 first issues to talk about today.
Boom, boom,
How about that? Is that a show or what?
Is that a show? It's going to be one right now. We're going to try to muster through it. and send you guys to the stars. And the only way to get to the stars is by strapping in and making sure that you're 21 and over and enjoying a Space Camper IPA from Boulevard Brewing Company. Yum yum, give me some down to my tum tum. Space Camper IPA, a proud sponsor of First Issue Club since the beginning, unofficially, and then officially about 4 years ago. Yep. They have given us such ample opportunities to explore new realms in taste and new dimensions of friendship. We've worked with them on countless Planet Comic Cons and Tower Cons, and we just love everyone over at Boulevard for letting us let our freak flag fly and our nerdiness flourish. Yeah, I don't know.
That's right. I designed a koozie that says "Just here for the comics and beer."
Yep. Which Mike doesn't know this, but that will be my tombstone.
That's all you were here for.
Yeah.
Was here for
the comics and beer.
Yeah. So if you ever see us at a con, we'll probably have some of those koozies. Pick up a Boulevard and Space Camper koozie from the First Issue Club.
Thank you.
Thank you, Boulevard. Okay, comic books. I'm going to start with Ferocious.
Okay.
Which was a Mad Cave book. About like these kind of human-like Oni characters.
So demons?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I don't know. They're kind of like demons, but kind of like orcs.
Okay.
That are fighting against humans. Tale as old as time.
Mm-hmm.
This is very like
tale as old as time.
Comic as old as rhyme. What era would I say this is set in? This is like farm people with scythes. This 1700s maybe, if I had to guess, based on like the clothes people are wearing.
Sure. Like, yeah, no one's wearing like Nike Dunks in here. I
guess. There's no Dunks. I know. I always look for Dunks.
Yeah, that's
or
my
at least
first,
some Air Forces.
That's my first historical context identifier. Is like they got Dunks on? No. Oh, that's pre-war.
Yeah, this is too old for me.
That is pre-war. I mean, they haven't used scythes in a long time. So yeah, I don't think you're even in the 1900s.
Yeah. How about that? But yeah, this is an indie book from Mad Cave, wherein this species and humans have kind of been battling it out for years. People are terrified of these kind of characters.
Mm-hmm.
There is this small town wherein a boy finds a couple dead people in a creek, and then finds one of these kind of Oni monsters.
Okay.
Also dead.
Oh no.
And there is rumors that they've got chainmail below their skin. Their hide is so tough that like there's all this lore about them for people who've never seen them.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid tries to cut this character on the cover's skin to see if she does in fact have chainmail under her skin.
Uh-huh.
And she kind of like startles and winces a bit.
Oh God.
And the kid gets scared, runs off, tells his mom, like, oh, there's
an Oni.
There's a demon, and it's at the creek, and it shook.
And I cut it.
And I cut it. And they're kind of like, I don't know, the war's coming and going, and if the war comes, it comes. Sounds like that thing was as good as dead. We've got a business to run. We don't want to scare people off by like sounding the alarm bells. Well, this demon lady ends up comes to the town and just slaughters everybody.
Oh, God in heaven.
But she spares the child.
You must live with this for the rest of your days.
The child then swears retribution and finds her.
Mm-hmm.
And she refuses to kill the child. She's like, that's what you want from me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give it to you. And so she takes this child on as kind of like, I don't know, like a project or a pet or what. There's this really eloquent exchange they have at the end of the book that I think is worth buying the book for.
Mm-hmm.
And she asks him if he's ever like taken a wild animal as a pet. and he explains the story of having like taken a wren and how he liked to watch it, but it died. And she is like, so you killed it. You enjoyed watching it die. And he's like, no. And she's like, well, it needed to be free. It died because it was heartbroken and like could not like
no
experience freedom, like you capturing it and putting it in your home and not letting it live is like you're gathering joy from that.
Right.
And she parallels the way he's thought about or treated nature and the world around him to what she's done or what she's going to do with him. And it's
I'm going to keep you as a pet until you get bored and die.
And yeah, it's a shaking scene that, you know, has repercussions that I'm sure are going to cascade throughout the rest of this book. And like, it's one of those conversations that's so good that you're just like, I think I'll probably revisit this conversation and this issue and be like, now it's taken on a different meaning, and now it's taken on another meaning. Like now that we've hit like a different story arc. So I'm really interested to follow it. It's a really short, breezy, easy read, and does a lot of like very quick, fun world building that's like just enough to get you on board with where this is going. So I think a great starting point for
for
a new reader if you're just looking for something indie to hop onto.
Nice.
So Ferocious from Mad Cave.
Ferocious. Well, let's get this over with. I read Batman+Deadpool by Grant Morrison and Dan Mora. Subtitle could have been, this should have been an email. We talked about this when the first one came out. Of how I was too critical of what's happening with this Batman+Deadpool Batman
yes,
thing.
It's just supposed to be a fun, silly thing. Vargas and I contended.
And I will agree to a point.
Yeah.
Where the fun lies with this crossover is the mini stories in the back. That is more of an interesting exploration of character development, character parallels between Marvel and DC. And this, I truly believe the misstep was having Deadpool and Batman be the flag bearers for this crossover. This series picks up from the last one with now Deadpool and Batman, we come to find out, are being manipulated by Cassandra Nova.
Oh, geez.
Where, like, she is... So Batman has, like, found this, like, ultimate weapon that could control both universes, allegedly. Yeah. And Cassandra Nova is trying to manipulate both of them into finding out where Batman knows where this weapon is at.
Yeah.
As the story continues, we are live through this journey. We find this weapon, quote unquote, and we find the bearer of this weapon, and it is like a 1980s computer.
Oh, okay.
And the wheeler is Grant Morrison.
Oh, wrote himself into the damn thing.
And it's essentially of just like, there's this like kind of poignant dialogue of like, you know, you are all characters in this like make-believe world that has a far greater reach than you can even imagine.
Yep.
And I don't know. It's like not. It isn't as spectacular as I wanted, and I'm not trying to be as negative.
I disagree.
I'm sounding.
I wish I would have read it because I disagreed with you so much on the first one.
Yeah.
That I'm like,
yeah.
Would I have an opposing take?
And maybe we can revisit this.
Yeah.
After we all read it.
Yeah.
Because it is a thing of just like.
Because Vargas too is a huge Grant Morrison fan.
Right, and I know he is, and he's probably listening to this just screeching at his phone.
But he's somebody who's in a really interesting position wherein he's done a lot of major things with
Mhm.
both universes in a way that not a lot of other creators
Right.
have been so instrumental.
Uh-huh.
Like he created Cassandra Nova, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously had a historic run on Batman.
Batman.
I don't know so much about Deadpool. Deadpool's just
He
like
hasn't done any Deadpool.
a random thing, did he write Deadpool in like a super humorous manner, or was it a little more like seriously toned?
Yeah, no, it was like
Typical Deadpool.
typical, like not over the top, but
Mhm.
like very well within the realm of the Deadpool character that we know now.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, you know how some people write Deadpool and he's like kind of like a little raunchy or like
Mm-hmm.
too punchy with the jokes. This seemed like a very kind of even keeled, but for like Deadpool. Like he's
Yeah.
still Deadpool and does some like just kind of like off the wall shit. But it's not to the point where it's just like this is kind of too much
Yeah.
to flip through. But I think where I'm going to plant my flag for this experiment that Marvel and DC have done is that the side B at the end of the book for both series is where this really shines, of all-star cast on either end of Marvel and DC coming together to write stories where, you know, Wolverine and Nightwing work together.
Yeah.
Like Laura Kinney and Nightwing. And their parallels of just like having two of these adopted fathers in Logan and Batman to essentially look up to.
Mm-hmm.
And they bond over that, and they talk about their childhoods and how it was just really fucked up, and how these adopted fathers kind of like saved them, but also cursed them with trying to live up to what they had done. And that was like, that could have been its own 36 issue or 36 page book.
Yeah.
And there was one where Ghost Rider and Swamp Thing fight, and he tries to like penance stare Swamp Thing, and Swamp Thing's just like, do you know who the fuck I am? I will wreck you.
Yeah.
And it's just like these little small pocket stories in the back that are just like really interesting character studies that are maybe like 4 or 5 pages.
You wish those were more of the meat and potatoes of the series. Or I guess that we would have gotten, instead of getting 2 books with a handful of backup stories, that this was maybe more of like a line wide. There's an issue of Nightwing, Lara Kinney.
Yeah,
There's
this
an
could have been
issue
12 issues long.
Yeah.
Expanding all the universes, just like showing what's happening in a blip of time. And then be done with it. And that would have been, in my mind, a greater journey.
Yeah.
But c'est la vie.
I wonder if they didn't extend it, because I think you would think, hey, let's make this longer and just have people do one-shots, is a way to just create even more variant covers and sell even more comic books that people are just going to go gaga over.
Right.
But are they not doing it because the publishing and reprinting stuff is such an issue? Like, this is why Amalgam and a couple other things have been like hard to find. It's because you can't totally agree on
who gets to do
what from then on.
Right.
So they don't want to touch this sort of stuff even though it seems like a slam dunk to us. It's like Marvel can't reprint the X-Men Micronaut stuff ever again, because Micronauts are in them and they no longer own that property, that intellectual property. So having had that experience so many times, these companies start to say, we don't want to deal with like the
legality of
another company's IP, because once we lose it, this stuff just goes into like a nowhere zone, and we make tons of money from like re-releasing trade paperbacks and doing artist edition hardcovers of these like old series, and this stuff just disappears into the abyss.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that might be part of it. That's all I'm saying.
And if that's the case, don't do it to begin with. I mean,
you would rather get nothing than
yeah, honestly. At least with Amalgam, they took like a big swing.
Yeah.
And it was huge. You got a lot of iconic characters. Dark Claw does come back in this issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was kind of fun. There's a character called Deadbat towards the end.
Okay.
There's fun moments in this, but it's just like there's a lot of fun moments.
Batpool seems like
I know.
I
know. There's a lot of great moments.
Batpool hang out with Gwenpool.
There's a lot of great moments that happened in this book and the one that came before it.
Yeah.
But now it's over. It just like when you get going, it's done. And it's perplexing.
Yeah.
And I know that there's a rumor that there's more coming out next year, but it's so disconjointed and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
What did this accomplish?
You know what? And maybe it was like, let's see if people care. Are they Marvel fans or are they DC fans?
Yeah.
Or like, is there a fervor or an appetite for this?
Yeah.
Or not? And because as a collecting community or a reading community, we've bought so many damn covers and versions of this thing.
Oh, and covers were made.
Yeah.
Multiple variant covers for this issue. Don't get it twisted. They definitely made their money off of this, but I just wish I didn't feel like I was grifted. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know.
It feels like just a money-making, like a quick cash grab thing to you, maybe?
And I won't even say it feels like a cash grab, because like you could tell like they put a lot of work into it. But
that's my thing with the first one, that it seemed like a little bit of like a love letter to comics. That it's like, oh, isn't this like a weird special moment that we can cross these two things over?
Did you ever think back to elementary school, maybe junior high? Did you ever do like a talent show, and then like the teachers did a skit, and you're like, oh, this is weird. Like, this is kind of off. Why are they doing this? Like, it's like
this is about us, the students.
It's like a teacher dance to like a funny song. And you're just like, oh, like I thought I wanted this, but I don't know if I want to see my science teacher dance to Mambo No. 5. I don't know. So that's my review of.
That's what this was. That's where that ends.
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
This was just the feel of that.
A little bit of Monica.
Who are the parents in this scenario? Marvel and DC?
Marvel and DC are the teachers dancing to the song at the talent show because they want to seem hip and relevant.
Yes.
And self-deprecating.
They're doing hip-hop dance.
But really, it's the students, us, looking at them going, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
We didn't want this. We wanted an early release.
Yeah, we'd rather be watching YouTube.
Yeah, bring back Square Pizza.
All right.
Sorry.
That we'll follow up on the Patreon. I'll read that and Vargas will read it.
Yeah. And please, bring me to task.
We'll let you know if we disagree. All right. I read something that was very difficult to read. Not in a... I shouldn't have said that. Not in a way that was like, this book was bad. In a way that was like, this is hard to understand given all the lore. And just, I don't know, how convoluted X-Men is in general.
Is this because of all the Days of Future Past? Age of Apocalypse stuff?
It's because of Age of Apocalypse. Okay. So this book is called X-Men of Apocalypse.
Okay.
And it's by two creators that I like, Jeff Loeb and Simone DeMeo. Fantastic artists.
Yeah, incredible.
One of my faves. So, I mean, gorgeous comic. If you are not a huge X-Men fan, you are going to be like, what am I reading?
Who is this Wolverine character?
I am a huge X-Men fan, and I was still just like, wait a second. Trying to like piece and parcel exactly what was happening together. But having had a chance to soak this in, what has happened? I'll do my best to explain this.
Okay.
Age of Apocalypse was something that happened during the 90s, I think.
Yes.
In comics when Greg and I were kids, but we're probably buying these issues as we could from like the grocery store.
It was a fun alt reality?
Yeah, it was an alternative reality wherein like something had triggered a span of time that veered off the main X-Men timeline and created this universe wherein, Wolverine is missing an arm and has that like silver capped bit.
X-Man's there.
X-Man is there, right? A handful
Onslaught.
Yeah, was Onslaught a part of Age of Apocalypse?
Maybe.
I think he preceded Age of Apocalypse, but might have shown up in it.
See, this is how convoluted all this stuff is from the 90s.
But in any case...
Oh, like the little Sabretooth dude. The
Wild Child.
Yes.
Yeah. So, the X-Men end up winning and writing the timeline in Age of Apocalypse, right?
Uh-huh.
So, the Age of Apocalypse timeline essentially ends, and we're back where we're supposed to be. However, some of our characters are seemingly thrown into other like pocket universes and dimensions that like should not exist, right? Some of the characters are maybe so powerful, like an X-Man type, that he doesn't just cease to be. And so our X-Men of the Apocalypse who have survived are led by Forge, who has created a device that allows him to move about other timelines and universes, right? Much like Bishop does. And they are seeking out other people from their Age of Apocalypse timeline.
So he created a boom tube
to get the team back together, kind of like a trans-dimensional, trans-timeline boom tube.
All right.
And in trying to assemble that team, they're finding universes like our existing timeline with the X-Men, wherein they're like meeting and fighting the X-Men who are like, who are you guys? Sabretooth is a bad guy. But like Creed in Age of Apocalypse is like kind of a good guy.
Right.
So they have a fight. Forge and like Blink. You remember Blink?
Oh yeah,
it's kind of
Blink.
like a teleportation mutant.
Part of the Exiles.
Yes, takes them like back in time. So
gotta go back in time.
They have maybe a little bit better of a way to like interface with the mutants who are trying to figure out like, oh, we have all this history with like your universes, Magneto and Sabretooth and all this stuff. Let's go back in time and then confront Charles and everybody to see if we can find a means to
classic storytelling device,
more or less bring back, like, obviously people from the Age of Apocalypse think that their timeline is the correct timeline, right? Obviously we would say the X-Men universe that persisted with the X-Men winning and putting Xavier's timeline back on track is the correct timeline. So we're going to have some discrepancy in fighting there. Is like very hard to follow exactly who's who, and that remembering the exact fallout of Age of Apocalypse to like totally make sense of like where all the chips lied. So that's why I had a hard time picking up the story.
Right.
But I think even though I've probably said a couple things slightly wrong in trying to describe this book, I think I have the gist of it enough that I got what they're trying to do.
Is this a one-off?
It's going to be a mini-series.
Cool.
So this will continue.
To get muddier.
The cliffhanger was them going back in time and seeing Xavier's first class of students heading to class for the first time. So they're on like the opening of the school first day of class. With Cyclops, Beast, and Iceman.
So they're going to go in there and pull the fire alarm.
Yeah, right.
Just fucking wreck that first day.
So we'll see what happens from there. But we've got, like you said, X-Man on the cover there. He's an essential part of this story.
Yeah.
He's linked back up with Forge, who was a father figure to him. So
you've been reading most of this new Age of Apocalypse storyline, yes?
You're thinking of Age of Revelation.
Yes.
And yes and no.
Okay.
This was the first time in years that I haven't pre-ordered whatever the X-Men event is that's going on.
Wow.
Because there were just so many new titles. I didn't understand what it was supposed to be, how long it was supposed to last, what kind of relevance it would have. And I was just like, I don't know what they're selling me, so like I'm gonna wait to see if I want to buy it by the time I get like the X-Men issue that has like is the impetus for all these things.
Sure.
To decide if I want to follow it and buy it all. And I've since just like on a whim, I'll go to the shop and I'll pick up Radioactive Spider-Man or Iron and Diamonds or whatever the Emma Frost Iron Man one is.
The Omega Kids or something, or
yes. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that one. But the one with Quentin leading the team was like the standout of all the series so far. So I've read Rogue Storm was another one.
Yeah, Rogue Storm, yeah.
But I've read a handful of the first issues. I think it's, while they're like all fun kind of mini side quests in a potential future reality, like I think it's mostly missable.
It's tough to hear.
Yeah.
Can't win them all, X-Men.
Well, no, and I mean, like, you can't buy them all.
No, but when I saw
there's just too many titles to
checklist,
buy.
I was like, "There's no fucking way."
Yeah, that's what I said
no
too.
way.
It's like I love following this stuff, and I'm down for an X-Men event. But when you're gonna like stop all the X-Men runs and say here are like 15 new titles, new miniseries to replace them, like I don't know where to start and end or what the reading order is gonna be, or like
it's a no for me.
It's just tough. So.
Sometimes that's just the way the cookies crumble.
Yep.
We've all been there.
This doesn't have the like trade dress of an Age of Revelation book. So I think it is a separate thing.
Okay. Even more confusing.
Even more confusing that there's an X-Men of Apocalypse, Age of Apocalypse tie-in thing during an Age of Revelation.
No. You're going to make my nose bleed.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't do it. Well, folks, that was an episode. Thank you for joining us. Next week is Thanksgiving. We'll be dropping a special episode of Podsquisite Corpse Cast for you to enjoy while you're stuffing yourself with stuffing and drowning in gravy. Until then, I'm Greg.
And I'm Mike. And we're saying goodbye in Turkey. First Issue Club podcast is brought to you by Boulevard Brewing Company, the people responsible for our favorite drinks, the Space Camper Cosmic IPA family of beers. Our show is edited and produced by our hosts Mike DeStacy, Greg Lichtig, and Andy Vargas. You can find us on social media at First Issue Club, and you can join the supporters who keep our humble podcast going on our Patreon at patreon.com/firstissueclub.